Okay, today we have a letter from Norbert Know-It-All. So he thinks he knows a lot about trash that washes up in the ocean on beaches. This is what we read about today, so we're experts on it. But he thinks he knows it all. Well, let's read his letter and see if that's true. Dear students, I know so much about trash in the ocean. So do we. First, there is not a lot of it. We learned that's not true. Next, some of the trash does wash up on beaches, but no one ever picks it up. That's not true. We've seen from our magazine that people do pick it up, right? So I don't think he knows what he's talking about. He also says, you can't make anything out of stinky old trash. I hope you learned a lot from me. Sincerely, Norbert Know-It-All. I'm not sure he knows what he's talking about, but we just read so much about trash in the ocean. So let's see if we can write a letter to tell him a little bit about what we learned and see if he can actually learn a little bit. Go ahead and get your letter to Norbert ready. So it says, Dear Norbert, here are 3 things we learned about trash in the ocean. So he said there's not much trash in the ocean. There's not a lot of it. But our magazine told us that all the trash is a big problem. So I'm going to write, there is tons of trash. We learned there's tons of trash. Is tons of trash in the ocean. He's just not right about that. And we also learned it's on the beaches. So if you want to write and on beaches to add a little something extra, you can, because we also learned about it on beaches. He also said that it washes up on beaches, but no one ever picks it up. I don't think that's true, because we learned about people in Oregon who had an idea about how to help by picking up. So I'm going to write people in Oregon picked up the trash or trash to help. And that excites me, so I'm going to put an exclamation point. Because he's not right. People do pick up the trash and people do try to help. He also said, you can't make anything out of stinky old trash. And that we learned that's not true, because what did they make out of the stinky old trash? Art, right? So I'm going to write, you can make art out of the trash. If you need to catch up, remember to pause and go back as you need. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put sincerely, and I'm going to put my own name. You should write your own name here. Sincerely, Miss T. That way Norbert knows who wrote this letter to him and who actually knows more about trash than we found out that Norbert does. Good job, guys.